What you're watching right now isn't some sort of massive Japanese sand garden meditation. No, this is the 2023 World Ploughing Championships held in Latvia last month. And looking in from the outside, I reckon it went off. Helping represent New Zealand was this man, Bob Mertens. Bob's competed at the World Champs and locally for decades. He's a 12-time national champ and knows just what to do.
Try and keep straight, nice and straight, and just make a tidy general performance overall. Impress the judges.
Despite all the earthworks involved, the sport is precise. As the project found out in 2020, it demands total concentration in pursuit of the perfect furrow.
Keeping an eye on your depth, keep an eye on your straightness, make sure your plot's nice and uniform and your furrows are good.
Back to Latvia, and Bob came in at 4th place in the competition. So not enough to make the podium this year, but as any plougher will tell you, any day spent in the field is a good day. Well, Bob Mertens joins us now. Bob, we've just been looking at some of that footage from Latvia. How did it stand up to the other World Champs that you've been to?
How can I describe this? It's some of the most beautiful soil I've ever ploughed in the world. It's sandy loam soil, beautiful, beautiful soil. The weather was fine for the first, week, 10 days, and then it started to rain. Ploughs went underwater when they went through hollows. It was a real challenge, but you take it in your stride, and you just got to do what you can with what you got.
So how is it judged?
It's a pretty tricky question because there's so many parts of the ploughing judging, but mainly the first one, of course, is straightness. We get half an acre of land, which is 20 metres by 100 metres long, and your main thing is to be straight. If a judge walks along and says it all wiggly and bent, he's not going to take much notice of it, is he? There's a whole lot of stuff, but you'll fall asleep by the time I tell you all about it, so we don't want that happening tonight.
They ever go upstairs to the TMO?
No, we don't. We don't need that crap. They've got drones up there watching, but no, there's guys walking around judging all the time, and you don't get away with bugger all, mate. So you got to do it right.
The Irish took out the top place. Are you pleased with your effort this year?
Yeah, I am. We're very competitive people in this country, and I went over there to try my best. And the Irish are good ploughmen, but we're not far away. And they're always wary of us. So it's nice to keep them honest.
What's the ploughing scene like in Ireland?
Oh, the Irish ploughing season's big stuff. It's the Rugby World Cup of ploughing in Ireland. It is, because that's all they think about is ploughing. And if I did that here, I'd probably get a divorce. So they are big time in ploughing. They plough every weekend. I would too if I had my way, but we don't have that sort of opportunities in this country.
A lot of people watching going to want to know what's your go-to tractor. Are you John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Kubota? What are you driving?
Excuse me, but if it's not Ford, it doesn't have my name on it. So if it ain't blue, if it ain't blue, leave it in the shed, mate.
Good for you.
I'm not biased much. But I have ploughed with other tractors, but I stick with the Ford. And my grandkids, that gets drummed into them as well.
Great stuff. When you're driving around New Zealand, Bob, do you ever see a well-ploughed field and go, by gee, who did that?
Wow, look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do. But I see probably more roughies than I do goodies.
Yeah.
And the local fellas now, they won't plough their fields up and down so I can see from the road because they know I'm watching, so they're going the other way. Otherwise, I'll ring them up and say, what sort of a mess do you think you're making over there?
Great.
Well, Bob, you're a good one. Thanks for talking to us.
That's all right. You have a nice night up there. All right.
Oh, kia ora, everyone. It's Wednesday night of the project and Mark Richardson's here.
Oh, love him.
Welcome, Mark.
Love Bob.
What I'll remember from that interview is all the Irish think about is ploughing, which is possibly true. As an elite sportsman who's finished with cricket, have you maybe thought about taking ploughing up?
Some more ploughing? No. Yeah. But I was enjoying that interview. until the end. I feel quite deflated, actually.
Why?
When he actually said to us that the gross majority of fields in New Zealand are poorly ploughed. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're an agricultural country. I find that unacceptable.
When have you ever thought about the camber of a furrow?
Well,
Not once
I haven't,
until
but I'm
tonight.
not a farmer. I'm not responsible for actually showcasing this country's...
I know what you mean.
You know?
It's sort of the shop window for our whole agricultural sector.
It's such an important sector of this country, and we don't plough it properly.
But he's an artisan. He's the best of the best.
Yeah.
That does in a certain way, and it probably costs a lot more. He's your Pix peanut butter. You've got to have your normal peanut butter.
So weird with Bob on the show.
Imagine what our potatoes would be
Voices
like.
have dropped a little bit lower. You're
love it.
pretending you know how to plough.
If we gave our potatoes a proper ploughed field to grow in, imagine what they would be like. But no, we're just slap happy with it.
Well, get ready, because 2029, baby, Hawea is hosting the World Champs. So I expect you two to put your money where your mouth is. Get out there, get on a tractor.
Awesome.
We'll see you at the Champs.